Yes, welcome back to AFTV. It's now time to predict the 11 for this Saturday's game against Athletic Bilbao in the Emirates Cup. We normally do what we want to see, but I don't want to do that this time. I want to do what we think Arteta's going to go with. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I feel the starting 11 for this game will be pretty much bang on against Man United, or if not, one change or two changes max. So we'll go with what we think Arteta's going to go with, what we think will be best to play against either United but also Athletic Bilbao on the weekend. So let's start from the beginning. Marty's joined us as well, people. Sorry, it's not Turkish. The beard's kind of similar, but
sorry.
But yeah, so don't apologise.
You've got a problem with Marty now.
Don't apologise. Don't apologise. So we've got Marty and Laurie. We're going to predict 11. Let's start with in goal. He's not going to make no drastic changes. David Raya. What have you made? Laurie gave his opinions on David Raya through pre-season in the preview. Just quickly, out of the 4 games you've seen him in pre-season, what have you made of his performance so far?
It's been interesting. I mean, he's been I say erratic, slightly erratic.
Yeah.
Which, let's hope he's ironed out those mistakes in pre-season. As opposed to in the season. Goalkeepers are always going to make mistakes. He's looked good. It's David Raya. He's good with his feet. Obviously, the coming out and the pass to Miles Lewis-Skelly we've spoken about. Was that the right pass to pick? Maybe not. He's going to start with him. He's a top quality goalkeeper. It's pre-season. You know, he's finding his feet again. He's been off on holiday. He's been getting married. Let's give him his dues. He's been an outstanding performer for us last season. When the Premier League starts, come and do the business.
Nice. David Raya in goal. All agreed?
David Raya in goal. I would echo a lot of what Marty said there. I don't think he's performed to his optimum levels. He's been a bit rash, a bit erratic, but he's quality. He was actually my player of the season last season, so I've got no axe to grind. I just think he's been below what we would expect.
Okay, let's go to right back. Let's go to right back. We're looking at options like Ben White, Jurien Timber, who did get some minutes in the last game, so he could be available. Might be too soon. I don't know. What do you think Arteta's going to go with? Is he going with? I mean, people will argue probably with me and other people who's better between Ben White and Jurien Timber. I've favoured Jurien Timber, if I'm being honest, but due to the injury, I don't know if Arteta's going to push him to start for that. I was going to say Man United game, for the Athletic Bilbao game. What do you guys think Arteta's going to go with? Is it a Ben White?
If I'm Arteta, I'm going with Timber, although he's not had many minutes, so that might be the determinant factor. But if it's a straight choice between the two, then my first choice would be Timber. However, like I said, Timber's coming back from injury, not played that many minutes, so obviously the manager will assess them in training and so forth. But yeah.
Do you think he's going to go Jurien Timber or Ben White?
I think he's going to start with Ben White, and I think that's a sensible option. Look, Jurien Timber, another player, got redlined last season playing on injections, and very lucky we didn't see a repeat of season 4 with that serious injury. You've got to treat him with kid gloves early on. In these pre-seasons, it's not about getting players like that injured. Ben White's coming back. At the end of last season, we didn't see the best of Ben White. Ben White's a fantastic player, links up down the right-hand side with Saka, and that's where we were getting a hell of a lot of service goals and counter-attacking pressure to other teams. So I think that Ben White is a great option. I love Jurien Timber as well, obviously, but I think you've got to start with Ben White. He needs the minutes. He needs to get back into playing regularly for Arsenal Football Club and give Mikel Arteta a headache at that right back option.
Yeah, and I think it's right for me to actually mention Mascara as well, who actually featured right back as well. And to be fair,
he actually played at right back yesterday.
So and he actually was all right there. So I should mention him. Like I said, I think this 11 is going to reflect what we see against Man United. So I don't think he's going to be playing Mascara to start there, but I'm going to just give him a shout. Played really well in that position. There's sort of a lot of overlapping and was defensively sound. I think, so you've gone Ben White, you've gone Jurien Timber, that you think Arteta's going to go with?
I think Arteta will go with Ben White to me, based on his levels of fitness, which will be at this stage superior to Timber. But what I'm saying is, if he assesses them and Timber is up to speed, then me personally, I would go with Timber.
Because there's an argument to say, let Jurien Timber start to get that match fitness and then decide who starts on the right back position against Man United. So
I really understand that train of thought. I really do. But from what I see with Jurien Timber, he's kind of one of them one-off players that when he come back from that injury, we stuck him back in and he just hit the ground running. He's a phenomenal player. I'm not saying that Ben White isn't, but I am privately concerned about Jurien Timber's welfare. It sounds, he's injured. I don't want to see him being out for the rest of the season. I don't. We've got those options. Ben White needs the game time.
Yeah, okay. That's all right.
I don't think Ben White has been at his best as well in these 4 games. I would have to say that. He's a very accomplished player. still seems to me he's not quite at the levels yet. So that might be another reason to play him against Bilbao.
Yeah,
to bring him more up to speed.
It's an interesting one. Sorry, people. We have spent a lot of time on right back. That's because I'm toying with it in my head as well, thinking like, what we need
It's
to
a
get.
crucial area of the team.
It is, and I'm thinking Man United game. I'm thinking they got Cunha, they got Mbeumo, they got a fire, and they might have Sesko as well by the time we play them. So that decision at right back has to be correct. We'll go with Ben White. That we think Arteta's going to go with. I would, yeah.
It
Ben
wouldn't
White.
surprise me.
Okay, let's go into the centre back pairing. Is it a Saliba and Gabriel, or is it a Saliba and Kivior? What do you think Arteta's going with?
I think it's going to be Saliba and Kiwior. Gabriel just coming back from a serious injury. Again, listen, these are players that this is a long season. We're going to need these players. The last thing you want to do is get Gabriel come back too soon and a repeat of this situation. Saliba's really warming up nicely. Kiwior, listen, does a fantastic job for us. He's done a fantastic job last season. That's what he's there for. And I believe that Gabriel will come on later on in the game, and I believe we'll see Mascara as well.
Okay. Do you think he's going to go with the same what we've seen in pre-season, Laurie?
Saliba, no doubt.
And
Rolls-Royce
and Kivior?
Kivior, I've got to say, another one's not had the best of pre-seasons, if I'm being honest. I take what Marty said. He was outstanding towards the end of last season when he came in.
Yeah.
But he's not hit the level so far in pre-season. So give him another game against Bilbao to get him up to those levels. I don't think Gabriel is quite ready yet.
And sorry to preview a little bit of the United game, but will you want to see that against Man United, both of you, or would you want to see Saliba?
Well, what
and
I'm
Gabriel?
hoping for is for Gabriel to get some minutes.
Yeah.
Against Bilbao.
You're going to have to get some substantial
bring him
minutes.
further up to speed, and then see where we go from there.
I want to see the players up to speed, but I don't want to see any injuries. I'd rather not risk the players. I'd rather, and I'm going to throw it out there. I'd rather players not play against Man U or early on, and then if it means them not getting injured.
This is injuries happen.
I get this, but you need to bring. I understand. It can random, and it's like let's not just play the players just in case they get injured. I'm not saying that.
You can't
it's
like
just.
That.
Sometimes, I think maybe it goes back to the Wenger era, and sometimes when we rush players back and then they get injured again, and I just don't want to see that this season, because I understand how important this season is.
The start to the season is so.
I know. Going away to United, do you take that risk? Do you take that risk?
Well, you let us know in the comments below.
No, but that being said, injuries will always be a concern.
They'll always rear their head.
But then that's why you're supposed to have two players in every position to account for that.
Which we do. But I think Marty's trying to say be precautionary by not risking them too early. But
long season, man.
The thing is, you can't take unnecessary risks, but then you can't put the players in kids' gloves either.
Yeah.
They do have to play.
Can't just not play them, your best players, in case they get injured.
Silly.
I know.
It's not. Well, yeah, of course. Let's go into left back. Is it obvious? Nailed on, Mars Lewis Skelly.
Come on, man. He is the man.
He's getting unbelievably a lot of hate, though. No. I don't know why. It's ridiculous.
Miles Lewis Skelly is an absolute phenomenal left back. He is the man.
Yeah.
Job done. There ain't no other for us left back that compares to him. Last season, what we see from this guy, he's Arsenal through and through, and the way he bosses, picks the ball up, drives forward, inverts into the midfield, links up. We just need a left winger that's going to do him justice and make the most of Miles Lewis Skelly and do him a good service down that left hand side.
Calafiori, if you're listening, just turn down this section, because he's just swooning over Miles Lewis Skelly.
I rate Calafiori as well, but come on.
I'm joking. I'll play it. But yeah, Miles Lewis, obviously, Calafiori is obviously injured, so Miles Lewis Skelly will have the starting spot in
he'll have the starting spot. Tremendous player, but even Miles, I've got to say, man, he's not quite at the level yet. You've seen the Tottenham game.
I don't see. I told you, there's people that question. I don't really get it. But Tottenham,
no one is above reproach.
Man.
You know what? Cecil,
he got fouled though.
Stop doing this,
what
bro.
Do you mean?
No one is above reproach. I love Miles Lewis Skelly. I love the kid. I'm just being honest. He's not had the last two games have not been great. He was at fault, partially at fault.
No.
He's not having it.
Let me finish. He was partially at fault for the goal against Tottenham. Let's be honest, man. Pepe gave him a warm time yesterday. He needs more minutes.
Of course he does.
I've got every confidence in him, but I'm just being 100. But I like to keep it 100 across the board. I love the guy. There's a number of players in the team that have not had the best pre-seasons. He's one of them.
Look,
That's my view.
Can I just? I think it goes. No.
He will probably tell you that himself. He said he's his own biggest
Do
critic.
you know what? Completely valid. But I think with that pass, like we said, with the Miles Lewis-Skelly pass, I think it was a bit of a. It wasn't Ray's best pass, right? But it caught him on hot, and he did. I'm not excusing it. It is pre-season, but I generally believe, when this season starts, you're going to see 100% Miles Lewis-Skelly like we did last season. He was pretty much forward, and bear in mind that was his breakthrough season. Yeah. So what is this guy capable of next season? I just really like him as a player. I just love how he fights for the shirt. You know, and I just think he's immensely talented. He's ball carrying, he's tackling, but yeah.
All right, fair. No, fair. Let's
two things can be true at the same time, right?
Of course they can. Of course they can. 100%. Sorry,
Laurie loves that phrase. Two things can be true.
No one is above reproach.
Okay, let's
not
go.
Even me.
Let's do let's do midfield, people. Let's just do the three in the midfield. What do you think Arteta's going to go? Because the obvious one is what we all want to see: Declan Rice. Martin Zubimendi, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard. But he hasn't really gone for that midfield three. So we'll try and keep it short when we discuss this midfield three. But what do you think Arteta's going to go with?
I think he'll go with the three that he will likely go with against Man United, and that will be Zubimendi 6, Declan Rice 8, Odegaard 10. Although I would say, and me and you have spoken about this off camera,
Norgard's going in.
Norgard has impressed me in pre-season.
Norgard is starting.
And if we go to Man United, and in other words, what I'm saying is, if we get a look at Zubimendi, Rice, and Odegaard at the weekend, and it's not quite happening for Zubimendi and Rice, you might think about Norgard there, because I've been impressed with Norgard so far.
Yeah, do you know what? You make a good point. Sorry, before I get you in mind, you're right. Against Villarreal, he played an alternative midfield three. He's going to do the one that you actually mentioned for this one. But I still think that's putting Zubimendi in the midfield, but I still think Norgard starts against United. But for you, the midfield three, do you think he goes with what Laurie says? Do
you know what? I do. And before this pre-season, that was the nailed on for me midfield. Zubimendi in the 6, and Rice. But I'll tell you what, fair play to Christian Norgard. And then, we were saying, everyone's saying, pre-season, but then he pops up with a goal at the back stick with a header. Like, that's what you want from your midfielders.
He got 6 goals last season.
Yeah, he did.
And I like everything I see. This, I know it's pre-season, so let's not get carried away, but I do think this season, the amount of competition for this position with these two players is going to be really really intense. They're two top players.
Well, the insurance for bringing in Christian Norgard is because he's played in the Premier League, and it might take a bit of time for Zubimendi to bed in, which I think we're kind of seeing that anyway into the Arsenal side. That's why Christian Norgard's there. He's been in the Premier League, he's an experienced player. But if I'm honest, he surprised me. I said this in pre-season. He surprised me with the levels he's hitting, and I think he deserves to start against United for me right now over Zubimendi. People say it's crazy, but that's what I've seen over the pre-season.
I think it may come down to what the manager wants. So if we look at the two players, Zubimendi and Norgard, I think it's fair to say that with Zubimendi, his range of passing is superior to Norgard. So if we're looking at the United game and the manager thinks, we need someone to unlock Man United because they're going to drop deep and make it hard for us, then you might go for Zubimendi because, as I said, his passing range, his progression of the ball is superior to Norgard's. If he looks at it and thinks we need a bit more physicality in there, it's going to be rough and tumble, first game of the season, no quarter arse, none given. You might think Norgard, 6'1", good runner, strong, good in the air, can get a goal. You might go for him.
Interesting. I mean,
he's got options.
Christian Norgard has scored, like you said the other night, so he unlocked something. So he might be that. There's another string to his bow, and he scores goals.
And great options. And do you know one thing I say on that? What I see against Villarreal is, look, again, pre-season, but some of Zubimendi's range of passing was fantastic. Some of the balls he was just spraying about the pitch. And also, what I did like to see is sometimes when we were under pressure and he couldn't quite get to it, he'd get to it enough and he'd get rid of it. The ball would just get gone. It would release the danger and let's go and start again. And sometimes we've been a bit devoid of that at times last season.
Let's go front three, boys. This is going to be an interesting one, I think, because this is the one that I think we're going to see at United. I mean, Martinelli was put in favour in the last game with Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left, Gyökeres up front. Is that the strongest front three? Is that what we're having to look forward to for the start of the season and against Athletic Bilbao? Or, sorry, I have a wasp there, so I'm just going to save you.
Thanks.
No worries, because that could have just stung you there. But what front three do you think he's going to go with? Does Gyökeres have to start and get load of minutes to be ready?
Yeah.
Does Saka have to start? Because if I'm honest, hasn't had a great pre-season in my opinion at all.
I
Max
thought he looked
Dalman, there's
sharp
an
in the
argument
first
there.
couple of games,
Noni
but-
Madueke. What's your
Right,
what do you think Arteta's going to go with?
Right, me personally, I think Saka is pretty much nailed on.
Okay.
I think Gyökeres will be pretty much nailed on.
Who's on the left then?
Me, I'm going Madueke. And the reason why I say that, the reason why I'm going Madueke is because, let's be honest, man, Gabriel Martinelli's pre-season tour has been nigh on disastrous. He's had 4 games to show. He's not shown us.
Hurts.
No, but am I lying?
No, you're not lying. It hurts because you're not lying. That's the truth.
I know.
So
It's all
it's time to look at Madueke, man. I mean, people look to, oh yeah, but Madueke's an established Premier League player. This is why we bought him, right? To give him an opportunity. So I definitely want to see him start against Bilbao.
Yeah.
100%. And, you know, we're being told by people who watch Madueke a lot. I've got friends of mine who are Chelsea fans. I said that one thing about Madueke that does stand out about him is that he likes to dribble, he likes to go past players, he's very direct.
Yeah.
Let's see that
Okay,
against Bilbao.
So Marty, if he does that, he's basically dropping Martinelli. It's a big. If you're the manager, it's a big
Yeah.
statement because you've kept the same front three, bar Martinelli for what he's played against Villarreal for this game. So that would be a massive statement. From a manager's perspective,
Yeah.
for you, is that the right? Do you think Arteta's going to go with that though? Because that left side is a problem.
Do you know what? I make him right. I really do. I think this club has an emotional attachment to Gabriel Martinelli. You know, he's been there for years. There's something about the player that screams like he could be so good. We've seen seasons before where he's been fantastic, and then obviously he's been injured. We've been waiting for this player to come back. We just ain't seen it. And you know, stats in pre-season. Again, the only thing that would suggest to me, look, it's pre-season, let's hope he's ironing out these mistakes. But unfortunately, I hate to say it, that this left-hand side is a problem. If our left-hand side operated as well as our right-hand side, and then obviously Gyökeres comes in and does a job, we would be absolutely unplayable at times. Our right-hand side is stacked. We've got Wanyeri, we've got Saka, you know, we've got Max Dalman.
Yeah.
And again on that, what a player to bring on. Like he comes on and in 2 games wins penalties for us. You know, this lad needs this lad needs some minutes this season.
Yep.
Like, you know, when you're stuck against a team and you're thinking, right, what do we do? Comes on, gets a penalty. Those are game-changing situations. I don't care whether he's 15. He's good enough. He's good enough. He's good enough to be on the pitch. So, who do I start on the left?
Do you go with
I think. Listen, I don't think Noni did himself any favours with that penalty. Which listen.
But other players didn't. Gabriel Marino.
Listen, Marino definitely didn't. But I'll tell you what, Rice, I love that. That ball's in the back of the net, and I love seeing that. I'd like to. I think you've got to give Madueke a chance, but then it goes into now see we've bought him as a left winger. We need to buy a left winger.
No.
It's simple as that. We need Eze. Let's just go and get the deal done. Just be over with it. So this saga.
Bruno, I love this. We're doing a Prince 11 and it still goes back to we
Eze,
need Eze.
Eze, just
Because
bring
I
Eze
think every
in.
fan I hear just wants to get that left side sorted. But that is it for the Prince 11 video. Again, I spoke about Max from before. You know, in the youth team, I knew he was an amazing talent. I'd love to see more minutes from him. Starting might be a bit
We
ambitious
do need
for
to be
me.
a bit careful with Max, though.
I know.
It's almost like what I'm hearing from the fans. It's like almost
I'm the
the
worst.
weight of
I love
expectation and dependency we're
love him.
putting on this kid. He's not.
15.
Yeah,
He's
like,
he's unbelievable.
We shouldn't be like
I'm-
putting that much pressure on.
I'm actually advocating to try him on the left. if it doesn't work, just see how he is on the left. I think he's such a
I'm
good
all in
talent,
favour
but-
of him getting minutes, but
Yeah.
I think when you're hearing people saying, "Yeah, throw him in," he's the answer. No, that's
Got to
not.
nurture him.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You've got
I
to
mean,
nurture him, and you don't want to injure him. You don't want to put too much pressure on him too soon. But I think,
Listen, he's going to have the pressure.
yeah, it's like
When you're
Arsenal
that
Football
good,
Club.
you're at Arsenal Football Club, you're that
No,
good,
but
you're
there's
going to get
pressure.
pressure.
What the pressure I'm talking about is when you want him.
I don't
turn
want to start
things
against.
around.
Yeah, I don't want to start against Man
He
United.
should be the ace in the hole that you bring on.
Correct.
But that's exactly
You know what I mean?
exactly what I see from him.
Yeah.
That's last season when we looked at our bench. Who are we going to bring on? Sterling. And change the game. It just didn't happen. Now we've got a few options on the bench, and Max Dalman being one of them. After 60 minutes, we're trying to find it a bit hard. We need a bit of luck. We're drawing with a team. Bring him on, see what he can do.
Yeah,
Love
fair.
that.
I actually saw.
And Ian, let's be fair as well. Ethan falls into that bracket as well. I thought he looked good
100%,
yesterday.
100%.
In the first half against Villarreal, I thought he looked good. He looked direct. He looked threatening. He had a couple of shots on goal.
Perfect.
That's what we want.
Right, well, we'll close this Predicts 11 video just before we do. Your score prediction for the game, because I've heard from everyone else.
3-1.
All right, 3-1.
Do you know what? I do actually fancy Gyökeres to maybe
You and
to nick
Turkish.
one, man.
You
Yeah, he's going to get one.
2 goals.
Yeah,
Gyökeres, Noni Madueke is going to score. You just
Noni Madueke, he's going to score 4. Gyökeres, he's going to get 4 and all. No,
And we're going to win 3-1.
No, don't cut that up either. No, so I'd like to say 3-1. They're a club that are beatable. We're at home and we're getting near the season. We need to start up in the tempo. Putting into 90%. Instead of the 70 or 80% or 60% we've been playing at.
Well, that is it, people. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like your video on the way out and let me know, should this be the team that mirrors the same starting 11 against Man United? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be checking as I'm in them comments, getting abuse. Love you all. Take care. Peace.